What it do, everybody? It's your boy LOG from Where There's Smoke. Today I do have some topics planned out, contrary to how I've been doing on the, last, I feel like 2 or 3 months. Every time I hop on a live stream, I'm like, well, I don't have anything. It's an impromptu. I mean, there's always stuff that I've been tracking, but I feel like today I have a little bit better. Um, I don't know why. Same similar thing, but I just feel like now I actually have. Maybe I'm a little more caught up with the Trump stuff. When the year first started, he was hitting me with stuff every day, and I'm like, damn, I'm just having to kind of keep up. And then I feel like because I was covering a lot of the Trump stuff, which unfortunately, well, fortunately, but unfortunately, I'm still covering that today. I feel like it's overwhelmed me and maybe a lot of other people, and it's just so much to keep up with, and it's so chaotic, which is something I'm going to talk about today. That's going to be kind of a theme of today's stream. I feel like I have a few good talking points though for today, and I feel caught up overall. But Trump's been so chaotic and put out so much stuff, and he's, as they would say, doing too much. Um, and it's been hard to really. All my attention's on Trump, so it's been hard for me to cover other things. And that's also a theme I'm gonna have and talk about in today's show. But with that being said, I have a few good talking points today. Have a few good videos. I kind of have an idea for the stream. Contrary to where I kind of get on here, not a good outline, but just kind of some thoughts. Where normally I have videos to react to and I have thoughts. I don't know why. I just feel a little more concise with it today. Maybe it's the fact that I am kind of caught up on everything, so to speak, and that sort of thing. But anyway, we're gonna cover strictly pretty much maybe a few other videos, but for the most part, the Trump and Zelensky thing, I have a good angle on it. Uh, that I kind of want to, give that perspective, and yeah. So I'm feeling good about today's stream. Uh, Looks like winter's about over here in Texas. It's March 1st. Starting to warm up, so that has me kind of feeling good. Just overall, you walk out there today and it was warm, and you feel like, man, winter's over. Thank goodness, because here in Texas, it's been hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold through February, and a lot of people were sick. So I think that's kind of separate and totally a whole other deal, but just kind of personal life type shit that I'm glad we're moving into spring and that sort of thing. So let me make sure all the streams are going. We're live on YouTube, we're live on Rumble, we're live on Kick, and yeah, let me check and make sure the streams are going, and then we'll hop into it. Looks good on Rumble. Looks good on Kick. YouTube. Kick. YouTube looks good. Y'all get in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all are thinking about this video, about the title, uh, pretty much the topic. And then y'all let me know if there's been something else like big that you think I've missed, or even something that wasn't so big, but it was a good talking point that I haven't covered here. Feel more than welcome to get in the comments and shout it out. And we might cover it on this stream, or if not, it might be a topic for a future stream. So yeah, I just encourage viewers, get in the comments in the live chat, or whether it's the rebroadcast that you're watching, which is just a live stream later on after it's just a regular video. Get in the comments and let me know. I read every comment. Uh, and yeah, I would just love y'all's input on the topics I cover, or if y'all have a topic that I didn't cover that you would like to see, or whatever you want to say, would greatly be appreciated. So don't be afraid to hop in the comments, give your opinion, and yes, everything's going good. And let's go ahead and get into it. Let me make sure I have the, yeah, I think this one. Here we go. Oh hell, I don't want that. All right. I should be doing this more on the Syntax Boys channel, but I haven't really been active on that channel at all. So, and we did it the other stream. I don't know if people liked it, have even seen it yet, really didn't like it. But I'm gonna start off this one with a beat I saw. I have not listened to a second of this, so we'll just kind of jam out to a beat for a second. Just see what y'all think. Give my opinion, and then we'll kind of move into everything. This just came up on my YouTube page. I feel like that dun, 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 it should be on like a quicker song. It reminds me of like ZZ by Kodak. That ZZ. I forgot the words of that song, but that was like a real like almost tropical kind of song, and it was like a little faster, more upbeat than this one. This one's all right. It's nothing crazy that I would really get on. So anyway, let's move on. I saw this. Um, Speaking of chaos and being a good distraction, Tate, Andrew Tate. I don't know why is back in South Florida. I haven't really heard of anything new about Tate in probably 6 months. But let's see. Eh, Supposedly he's no longer allowed in Florida, maybe even possibly the U.S. So let's see. Influencer brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate, who are charged with human trafficking in Romania, arrived Thursday in South Florida after authorities lifted travel restrictions imposed as part of the case. So let's see what this video has to say. We'll see if there's anything that we or I feel relevant to talk about. And if y'all get in the chat and let me know kind of what if y'all have anything to say about this.
All right, right now we're going to go out to Fort Lauderdale International Airport, where the Tate brothers are just leaving the airport, we understand. Maybe we'll listen in and see if we can hear what they're saying.
About us, all the things that go around about us on the internet. We've yet to be convicted of any crime in our lives ever. We have no criminal record anywhere on the planet ever. Our case was dismissed on the 19th of December in Romania under the Biden administration. And our prosecutor recently decided, because we have no active indictment in court, to let us go and return. This is a democratic society. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, as my brother and I are. And I think it's extremely important that we stop allowing media spin, wrap-up smears, lies, or carefully constructed narratives from George Soros-funded operations trying to destroy the reputations of good people who have no intention to do anything other than follow the law.
Andrew, what about President Trump?
Will you return to Romania?
What about President Trump? Did Donald Trump help you?
Donald Trump help
Hold on, everybody.
All right, our Rosh Lowe out there, he gave us a live report at the top of the hour. As you see, the brothers, Andrew and Tristan Tate, they are leaving Fort Lauderdale Airport right now. We know that they had a travel ban, banning them from travel, but according to their lawyers, and as you can see, live proof right here, they are here in Florida. But they do have a scheduled appearance to be back in Romania on March 24th. Of course, we're going to keep following this. We have Rosh Lowe live on the scene to give us updates. We just heard a little snippet of that interview, so we're going to hear from Rosh right now. He was there from the moment they arrived. Rosh, what can you tell us that they have said to you? What have you heard? And we see a lot of people out there right now, Rosh.
Rosh, what do you have to say, Rosh? We need you, Rosh.
Oh, Andrew, hold on one second here.
Hold on, you're kind of.
The camera? Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me turn the camera around so I can actually talk to you. We're hot. We're hot. Here we go. Here we go. So, Andrew Tate just came out. What was very interesting is that he actually spoke. We didn't know if he would speak, and there were a lot of questions about why he is here in South Florida in the first place.
I was gonna say these people are recording on things other than phones, but look at this guy behind. The guy we're watching, this guy that's recording this woman that's a news reporter or whatever, he's holding a phone like in a little, some sort of a case to help stabilize or whatever else. So that's cool. I was going to say, like, don't phones almost have some of the best cameras out now? I mean, of course, if you spend some real money on a camera, but for the most part, I would say if you're spending like less than well, let me not say that. But yeah, I would say if you're spending less than like 500 or especially 1,000, maybe even on a camera, a phone might have similar capabilities, and you know you got to really drop some serious money on a camera for it to be better than a phone in a pretty noticeable way, I would think. And I know cameras do have some functionality that phones have, but not much. And with the bulkiness and the battery and all that, it's just like, I don't know, just my experience and my opinion that, yeah, of course I'm not one of these reporters, but I just find that kind of stuff interesting, being that I have a camera here, podcast type stuff, and I just, yeah, that's my kind of opinion. If you're not dropping like probably close to, if not over 1,000, a phone's gonna do almost everything a camera can do, especially if you're out and about. There's just so much advantage like having a phone over a camera. But that's just my kind of thoughts on that real quick. He's not even relevant to the story, but there you go.
I tried to ask him a question about President Trump. He didn't answer that as he was walking out. And the issue there is that there was a travel restriction on both of the Tates because of the allegations of human trafficking.
Right now, this is kind of a non-story I'm feeling. Y'all have anything to say about it? Y'all let me know. I just saw this story. I thought I'd click on it real quick, see what was up. Anyway, somewhat of a non-story. On a side note, after this, I am going to get into the Trump Zelenskyy stuff. I just wanted to promote local guy doing his thing. I've been shouting him out. Man, y'all really going to do that? Oh, come on. Maybe I didn't. Damn. There's a lot of tap in. Anyways, the Tap In podcast with Young Woody. He's been doing his thing. Here we go. Tap In podcast, Austin, Texas. I need to really push. Not that my word holds that much weight. He's got a lot of people pushing him and motivating him and telling him what to do, I'm sure. But I would love to see Tap In on YouTube, go live, and really try to grow their audience. But he posts his podcast on YouTube, Young Woody, and he does this thing on Facebook where he live streams pretty religiously. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. He does pretty much like a live Austin, Texas hip-hop radio where he gets all the good artists, rap artists from Austin and the Austin area and plays them on a stream and gives his commentary and kind of chats and has fun with the fans and the artists. And he takes requests and just real cool underground organic thing. He's showing love to the people, and I really like it. I really fuck with it. Just can't say enough good things about it. So y'all go check out the Tap In podcast on YouTube. He's got a lot of interviews with local artists. And then on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, check out either Bryant Woody or Young Woody. But he goes live on the Bryant Woody Facebook page. And as you can see, I watched this interview, 1 day old, Joe D, part of the Winner Circle. Go check out that interview. Go check out any of his interviews, but that's the one that I watched recently. I got some value out of it. I feel like, of course, I left a comment, but I was just saying in the comment, and I'm going to relay to y'all, and of course y'all know this, but when someone gets on an interview, or even a music video, as they said in that interview, but when someone gets on an interview, it really allows you to kind of see the artist a little bit more for who they are and kind of build that authenticity, and you can see, okay, this isn't just some guy who's, getting on a song and just talking all this shit and not who they say they are, or not a stand-up person, or you just get more in touch with who the real person is, and it builds authenticity with the music, and it can help you become a better fan, and you feel like you're connecting with the artist on some level. So really fuck with the interviews. I like what Young Woody's doing. I see the vision, and it's cool to have someone that cares as much about local hip hop and is putting it back and kind of giving it forward, so to speak. So anyway, can't say enough good things about these guys. If you like hip hop music, you want to support local and get some more organic, local, good people with good music, y'all go check out Winter Circle. Y'all check in Tap In Podcast. That's a good place to get some interviews, get some real good music on Facebook. I really wish he would hop on YouTube. I feel like he could. Maybe I'm wrong, because it's been hard for me to blow up on YouTube, but maybe he could blow up on YouTube doing the live streams, or maybe he's looked into it and he'd run into copyright issues. So I don't know everything, but that's just kind of my view on it. And anyway, yeah, can't say enough good things about these guys. Y'all go check out the Tap In Podcast, local Austin stuff. He does the interviews that he posts on YouTube and the live streaming, pretty much like a local Austin radio, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Y'all go check that out. And anyway, let's get into the Zelenskyy stuff. And I guess before I start, I'm going to check the chat one more time. See if y'all are in the chat. Okay. Let's get into it. This is the highlight of the stream, pretty much, or the main topic we're jumping into.
Let's watch.
On the deal. That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America, and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world. And I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
My bad, y'all. I got distracted by personal stuff. Let me I'm texting Joey though right now to see if he wants to hop on / jump on. Let me just Okay. We'll see if he responds. If not, it's all good. I just figured I'd give him a shout. Let me start over. I was distracted. But this is gonna be the like I said, the main topic for the stream. So let's get into it.
Doing on the deal. That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned.
Dude, wasn't I just asking for it the other day? I gotta find out who this reporter is. Whoever it is, they got this guy in there in the Oval Office who laughs at a lot of the things that I would laugh at when he makes a bold, audacious statement that's like funny or a little silly or like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. This guy laughs at it, and it's just like, oh, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I basically like I love that that's going on. It's like it's like I feel like I'm up in that bitch, like, like I don't know. It's just like funny that someone's laughing when Trump says something. It's almost like Trump's little pet. Because if Trump didn't like that guy, he'd be out. He'd be like, who's this idiot that's laughing all the time? Get him out of here. Or he would say something behind the scenes. But like Trump, something tells me that guy is like a fan of Trump because he laughs at like appropriate times when someone that is a fan of Trump would laugh. So it's almost like Trump loves this guy. Probably loves him more than I do. So anyway, it's funny. And like something, just an extra little cherry on top when Trump says something dumb. He's got this reporter that likes him that laughs like basically like what would I say? He's just like he's a not a Trump fanboy, but just like he's just a little pet, basically. He's the salacious crumb to Trump's Jabba the Hutt. Anyway, here we go.
Putin, I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world.
Does Zelensky's name have two Y's? The whole time I've been searching it and Googling it and looking stuff up, which hasn't been much, but just the past day or two, I really never gave him much time of day. Oh, his name does have two Y's. I just been searching it with one Y and Google's been giving me what I need, but I guess a lot. Needless to say, probably a lot of people have been doing that. Anyway.
And I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough.
Look at his eyes.
To make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love.
I was over at my grandpa's house and I had just seen the thumbnail for this on YouTube, so I already kind of knew. And I watched like the first little bit where he chewed his ass out, and I went over to my grandpa's house, and this was of course on TV because it was, what was it, like yesterday that this was blowing up, and I said, why is Zelensky dressed like a communist with like all this black, real solemn? And my grandpa was like, well, he's a dictator. I was like, oh, he's a dictator like Putin? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, I don't know how true that is, but he probably is more of a dictator than a president. And it's just funny that he shows up dressed like a full-blown communist with just this black. And my grandpa also said that like during times of war, they dress like this. I said, but no U.S. president dresses like this in time of war. When we're at war, our presidents still wear a suit. So it's just funny for him to show up dressed like a full-blown commie. And anyway, side note.
With, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe.
So I'm going to be laughing and making fun, of course, because this is like just like it's audacious. It's like how does Trump have the audacity? Like how do either one of them have the audacity to like argue in the Oval Office and start yelling at each other and calling each other out and stuff? But it's like I want to point this out early and I can come back to it as needed and probably maybe at the end make a good argument for it. Because in the middle, I'm going to be laughing, making jokes per usual. But I want us to watch this with maybe this in the back of our mind. And like I said, we can come back to this topic at the end. But what are y'all's thoughts? And I'll give maybe my thoughts at the end, but I'm posing the question now. Like I said, so we watch this with this in mind, maybe in the back of our mind. What are y'all's thoughts on Trump? And probably maybe you've heard this before. Let me get it out. What are y'all's thoughts on Trump as an agent of chaos? Okay, is this funny? Yes. Is it maybe good on one front? We think that he's standing up for America and fighting for us and telling those other leaders what it is and not getting run over and et cetera, and like, you know, fighting the good fight for America and not just being a pushover. But at the same time, it's chaotic. It's not when Trump wants to start almost comparing himself to Jesus, and a lot of people think he's the new Jesus. Really stop and ask yourself, is Trump more like Jesus? Not that it's good to really compare yourself to that, but you know, we all should be striving to be the best we can be and closer to that, right? But ask yourself, is Trump closer to Jesus or is he closer to the devil? You know, he mega rich and cares about all this big gold hotels, and when he talks about Gaza, he's like, we'll have it and we'll make the best hotels and strip malls and beautiful property. It's like, think about Jesus, and if that's the kind of stuff he would talk about and say. And then think about the devil and how he would try to trick you into thinking certain things are good when they're not. And the devil would be an agent of chaos. He would put people down. He would yell at people in a room full of people and try to get his way and bully people and be mean and controlling and fool you. That's the big thing with Trump. Let's not all be fooled into thinking that this guy is an all-American hero and that he's a people person, and one of us, he's not. Newsflash. Trump has been a millionaire his whole life. He never has worked hard physically. Maybe he stayed up late nights crunching numbers and stuff, but I would even doubt that. He's never gone without a meal. Okay. He's never worried about when he was going to have his next job or if he was going to make ends meet. He's never had the worries that the common people that we all are have. He's not one of us. He has never struggled. He was on, okay, people love to say, he's not a politician. He's not a career politician. Before he ran the first time, he was never a politician. But he was a fucking, basically, not an industry plant, but like he's part of the powers that be. You don't get on TV for however many years doing The Apprentice if the people running the greasy, dirty, grimy show don't want you on TV. They wanted you to know who Trump was. They wanted to be a famous character they can use. He's not one of us. He's not a man of the people. So I just want us to, even though he's doing all these seemingly good things right now, is it really good? What is going to be the outcome? And even as he's doing it, is it fun and entertaining? Yeah. And it like sucks you in. You can't hardly help but look at it. You can't hardly look away. It's so entertaining. And it's so, there's probably other words I could think, but it draws you in. It's like, it's always like it's always audastic. Like, I don't even know if that's really a word. I think it is, but it's always like, how dare he say that? Like, oh my God, he's doing this. Oh my God, he's doing that. And it's real shocking and it's jarring and it draws you in. But is it good, wholesome stuff that actually is going to make him a better man? Is it going to make us a better country? Is it going to make us better if we follow that? If everyone in America is like Trump, what kind of country are we going to have? Like, he's not like, I'll pose the question again. Like, is he closer to Jesus or the devil? So he's chaotic. He's kind of a bully. He's fun to watch. I love watching him. It's entertaining, but he's not peaceful. He's not a true leader. I don't think he has the people to change people's hearts and minds. And I could be wrong. But I'm just posing the question because a lot of the stuff he does is just chaotic. And it's like, what if I heard someone else say this, and this is not a crazy thought, but like if he's like I said, he's had my attention because he drops every day and it's so chaotic and it's so jarring, you're like can't help but look away. What if there's something else going on in the background that we're not focusing on because this is such a show that this is a distraction? So let's keep that in mind. Let's keep in mind how chaotic and overall negative this is. And, um, you know, is this more like something that's going to start a war potentially, or is this something that looks like we're settling something? Does this look like I'm about to play it because I'm rambling on, but like, does this look like a negotiation that's going well, or when you're just like trying to bully someone? So again, I'm gonna pose the question the third time. We'll move on. We'll kind of watch these videos and we'll come back to it at the end. But do y'all think Trump is more chaotic or more of a like peaceful good leader? And do you think he's more like Jesus or the devil? And I understand that's super extreme maybe sounding, but you got to put it in that frame so that we don't get lost in the frame of modern times and people maybe have this idea of who Trump is that keeps them from fully seeing clearly or fully judging him. Not that we should really be judging, but just you have to be able to discern things to know if you should support or follow someone or not. And really, you should stay away from following people ultimately. But even if someone has a movement that you want to co-sign, there are good movements worth supporting and there are movements not worth supporting. So just keep that stuff in mind. Is he more chaotic? Is he more peaceful? How do you want to be in your life? Do you want to be an agent of chaos and like Trump? Or do you want to be someone more peaceful, someone that is a true leader, that helps other people be more peaceful, and is someone that can bring people together and do positive stuff? Are we always trying to be in a negative type of mindset? So I think I kind of got all the thoughts I wanted to out and kind of fleshed it out. We'll come back to it at the end, but I think in the meantime now, with that in mind, we'll come back to it at the end and discuss it. Excuse me, I kind of stopped up. But for now, we're going to get back into the more just having fun and watching the funny stuff that's going to happen. So let me see if anyone got in the comments, has any thoughts on the kind of deeper cut that I kind of wanted to hit in this video. Let's see, we got somebody in the chat on Kick. This little commando sweater wearing little twat. Yo, are you hating on our president? The best president ever? Trump is amazing. God bless Trump. Get the fuck if you hate it. Bye. If you love Trump that much, go suck his dick, bitch. Fuck you. But no, I'm just talking my shit. But keep in mind with what I was just saying before that. There I was being negative, an agent of chaos, just getting my little comment off. But like, really think about it. Who commented? I don't need to call him out by name, but like, think about everything I just said. Is Trump someone you want to be like? You want to be friends with this type of person? It's real popular to like. I'm sure with some people it's not popular to support Trump, but with other people it is. But I want the truth. I don't want to be some fanboy of somebody. I want the fucking truth, and I'm always pushing for the best. So anyway, we're gonna get into the funny stuff, give our commentary with that side of it. But yeah, just keep in mind the kind of the chaotic thing. The is he more good or evil, and we'll wrap around back to that at the end.
I want to see if.
But if you just love Trump no matter what, and you're not open to objectively talking about it, and I know people like this, it's hard to have these conversations. But if you don't want to watch, you can leave. But this is where we're gonna have these hard conversations. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. People don't have to watch this. And but yeah, in my personal life, I don't a lot of times have these conversations because people don't want to have them. The conversation wouldn't do any good, and it would just hurt or hurts the people involved, or just at least make them mad for a short time, if not a long time. So yeah, I have these hard conversations here. You got to pick and choose when you have them. But with that being said, if you don't like the channel, you don't have to watch. You don't have to watch this video. But yeah, I understand. Just kind of my point of view. It is hard to have these kind of conversations, and a lot of times in my personal life, I refrain from it because I know it's hard, and I know not everyone's gonna agree. And anyway, but having the conversation I think is important. So here we go.
If we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy.
Just think about if someone said that to us. You know, this country attacked you and you tried fighting back, but now just kind of choose diplomacy and do what they want. That's what they're almost telling this guy. And I don't know the ins and outs of it and all that, but it's almost like if we were just getting our ass kicked and then someone came over here and was like, you know what? Y'all tried war, just try diplomacy and just kind of do what they want. That's kind of what he's hearing. So it's like this is set up to be a powder keg. But anyway, let's get into the kind of funny stuff.
That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a sarcastic little bastard, isn't he? And let's not forget that Zelenskyy was a whole actor before he was ever president. So this guy's a little weird and a little phony.
Okay.
But Trump was an actor on The Apprentice. So we got two actors up here. Two grade A actors.
So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. The people are being.
Yeah, how come Trump didn't care about this in his first go around? This was not near a big a deal during his first term.
Dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
So he's trying to tell him what to do, and then he's like, have you ever even been there and seen what's going on?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and
He was about to say he hasn't came anywhere over there.
seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring
He
people.
hasn't went, rather.
You bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
Yeah, he tried to hit him with the barrage, didn't he?
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now. But you will
All right,
feel.
who got that from who? Because Trump always says, we have a big ocean between us. We don't feel it. So I wonder if he took that from him or if Trump took that from Zelenskyy or vice versa, or who threw out the whole ocean between thing. You have a nice ocean.
It in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't know
God
that.
bless. You
Don't-
will not
you
have
gotta-
a war.
Don't
And I should have let it play out, but he's saying you're not feeling it now, but you might feel it in the future, and then Trump didn't like that. So I rewind it back a little bit and let it play out.
Trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
You don't know that.
Bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to
Don't tell us what we're gonna feel. That's great.
solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
I'm not
You're
dictating.
in no position.
See, is this funny? Yeah, but is this constructive? Is it positive? Is it the best? No, it's funny. It's low grade. It's chaotic. So just keep in mind what I was talking about at the beginning and kind of what we'll talk about at the end.
To dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good.
We're gonna
and
feel very
strong.
good.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
playing
But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What you-
III.
what you
You're
thinking about?
gambling with
What you
World
thinking
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country,
I'm
that's
with
back
all
to you,
respect to your
far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting, have
today.
you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to
He
Pennsylvania
did
and
say God bless America, I believe. So, or God bless Trump, or something to that effect. So, Mac 209, we don't agree, but shout out to getting in the chat, viewing it for a little bit. Like I said earlier, this channel is to have discussions. I'm not just gonna agree with one side and jump on one side and just dick ride like the majority of people. If you don't know about where there's smoke, this is about having a different opinion, having the hard conversations. And if you want to have conversation, I'm always more than welcome. If you're just gonna get in the comments and shit talk, I might shit talk back briefly, and then we're gonna get back to it. But yeah, I appreciate you checking out the stream. I always appreciate the comments and open for debate and a little discussion. But anyway, let's get back to this.
campaign for the opposition in October, offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that
JD was satisfied with that after he sat back. He's so crooked.
you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Trump's like, that wasn't loud. I'll show you loud, motherfucker. Oh, look at these two. Look at this perfect still right here. Oh, man. They're going to get a lot of good done here, huh? Do you think these two guys like each other or have better feelings about each other after this?
No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, 300.
Give me a second. I got some mucus. Pause. I'm sure most of you that care about this have probably already seen it, but it's just my viewing of it, my opinion. We get the deeper conversation, so it is what it is. Let me get in the comments, see. Okay, let's get back to it.
$350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and your
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West
If
people?
you didn't have
You
our
invited
military...
them.
Oh, he touched him, bro. That's disrespect. When you start touching people, bro, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. It's like it's all words until you don't touch me. I would not have liked that, man. He like touched him and pushed him back a little bit. Y'all catch that?
That $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and your
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West
If
people?
you didn't have
You
our
Right here. Oh nah, bro. Nah, I don't like that. Don't touch me.
military equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In
I
3
do like when y'all arguing with somebody and then they put their hand on you, push you back a little bit. That's usually a red button for anybody. So here we go again. Like it's two people trying to help each other, right? Then they get into argument. What Trump puts hands on him in a very in the lowest grade of that term, but still, when you're arguing with people, intentions are high. You don't want to like put hands on people in any way, even to push them back. That's just escalating the situation. How about de-escalating? How about like constructive stuff? How about something positive? Again, do you want to follow, and this is the extreme, but it seems like we're getting a time where things are more extreme. Do you want to be an agent of good and positivity and more like Jesus, or do you want to be more like Satan and someone who's just going down in the spiral of negativity? And like, I'm just trying to, again, those are extremes, but I feel like times are getting more and more extreme in one way or the other. So, you know.
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks. Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're
But
wrong.
you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
that
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to
Oh, he was not happy
It's
about
a tough
that.
deal to make. Because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire?
Trump thinks he's
What
disciplining
if
a
Russia
child.
breaks peace talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you
but
saying?
what
She's
if
asking
that
what if
baby.
Russia breaks the ceasefire.
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know.
What if they drop a bomb on your head? Blowy! what a fucking leader, eh? Oh man, that was just chef's kiss.
They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a
How did that make Putin respect you more, though?
phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff.
Isn't that the gift that keeps giving? The Hunter Biden laptop scam? Oh, man.
All I can say is
Zelensky's like, I'm ready to go home. Fuck this.
He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened.
Bush?
But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty.
He's sad now, Zelensky.
You'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we
I'd be fucking pissed, too.
sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that.
Oh, you didn't lie there.
We'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thank you, sir.
Look at JD. He is satisfied. God damn, he's satisfied. Oh.
We'll see. I don't
know. Trump. He kind of liked it too. He winked at somebody. It's a show. They love it. Rubio looks, dude. I pointed this out in the other live stream the other day. Out of everybody, Marco Rubio looks like he is miserable. Watch right here. Right here on the couch between JD and some other guy. Look at Rubio. Yeah, he just looks miserable every time I see him. He just looks like God. He's seen something in Washington he didn't want to see. Who the hell is that guy who laughs every time Trump says something funny? I'm gonna go back to the very beginning one more time. I fucking love this guy.
Let's watch.
Doing on the deal. That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin.
Man, whoever that guy that laughs at him is just cherry on top. Okay, let's see. I think this is Trump maybe an hour or two after, when he was on the way somewhere, got stopped and asked about the Zelenskyy encounter. So let's watch this.
So thank you very much. So I just want to say we're going down to Florida.
Let's see if anyone's got in the comments real quick. All right, my bad. I was just checking the streams out. Let's get back into it.
We have a big event tomorrow night.
Shout out to my my viewers on Rumble. Y'all get in the chat and let me know what y'all think about all this.
A big MAGA event, Make America Great Again, and it's setting records. And otherwise, I'd rather be right now at the White House, but we're doing the big event tomorrow night. We had some big news this.
What big event is that?
Week, as you know, because Apple is investing $500 billion. Think of that. And that's going to be a lot. It's going to be a tremendous investment. I guess the biggest investment anybody's ever made in the country at one time. But they're going to be investing a lot of money, $500 billion. We have.
For what? I wonder. More AI stuff?
Many other companies have just announced they're coming in. A lot of it's because of how we're doing. We've done a great turnaround in a little more than 30 days, but the country's really doing well. Really doing well. We're respected again all over the world. If you look, we had the Japanese Prime Minister. We had the Prime Minister yesterday of UK, as you know. We had the Prime Minister of India. We have another 20 Prime Ministers and Presidents wanting to come. And it's very good feeling. I think our country has really turned around. We had a meeting today, as you know, with President Zelenskyy, and I would say it didn't work out exactly great from his standpoint. I think he very much overplayed his hand. We're looking for peace. We're not looking for somebody that's going to sign up as strong power and then not make peace because they feel emboldened, and that's what I saw happening. I'm looking for peace. We're not looking to go into a 10-year war and play games. We want peace. And it was just my impression that if we do that, if we sign up, he's looking for something that I'm not looking for. He's looking to go on and fight. We're looking to end the death. 2,000 people died this week. Soldiers, more than that, but 2,000 approximately people died this week. Young Ukrainians and Russians. And somebody would say, why do you care about Ukraine and Russian soldiers? I care about them. I care about everybody. And we're not doing that. Now, if we don't do anything, he's going to have to make peace, but he's dealing with a very weak set of cards. If we sign, he's dealing with a very strong set of cards, and then he doesn't want to make peace. So that's where we are. It's very simple. I'm not looking to get into anything protracted. I want immediate peace. President Putin is going to want to make, and he wants to end it. And you saw what I saw today. This is a man that wants to get us signed up and keep fighting, and we're not doing that, not for this country. So we're setting a lot of records. Economically, we're setting records, and I think every way we're setting records. One of the best is the right track, wrong track. You saw that. We're on the right track for the first time in over 27 years. People are impressed with that. The other thing is the feeling about our country. The feeling is great. It's up 48% on feeling on business. And that's the record we've never had. There's never been a record where we've ever gone up that much in such a short period of time. So we're doing really well. And I guess some of you are coming with us, and if you are, I hope you're going to have a good flight.
Oh, I wouldn't even say that with all the flights that are going down.
He's got to say, I want to make peace. He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, all negative things. He's got to say, I want to make peace. I don't want to fight a war any longer. His people are dying. He doesn't have the cards, just so you understand it, okay? I can tell you.
He loves that phrase right now.
Did you tell Zelenskyy to leave the White House?
I don't have to tell you that. Go ahead. I think you know the answer to.
Did you tell Zelenskyy to leave the light on?
Did you tell Zelenskyy to leave the White House?
I don't have to
leave the White House.
You that. Go ahead. I think you know the answer to that. What? Wait. Look, I don't trust or distrust anybody. I just want to get a deal done. And if the deal happens, good. But you can't embolden somebody that does not have the cards, and all of a sudden that person says, oh, well, now I can keep fighting. We're not going to keep fighting. You're going to get the war done, or let them go and see what happens. Let them fight it out. I want anybody that's going to make peace. If he's capable of making peace, which he may or may not be, but I want somebody that's going to make peace. Again, he doesn't have the cards. When we sign up, he's got all of the cards. That doesn't mean he can fight. He's got to stop the fighting, stop the death. He's losing.
Stop the hammering!
Hundreds of thousands of soldiers. It's time to stop the death. Say it.
How long do you think it will take for Zelenskyy to want peace, and what is that going to happen?
Well, he says he wants it now.
I love when Trump says that. You can't hear what they say. There's all talking at once, and then one of the reporters fights through and get their question out, and then he should say it, like basically say it again.
He wants to come back right now, but I can't do that. I can't.
Do you want immediate ceasefire? ceasefire, Mr. President?
They should have an immediate ceasefire. That was the other thing he didn't want to do about ceasefire. A ceasefire could take place immediately. A contract, if you want to end the war, you sign up an agreement. That's going to take a period of time. It takes time. I want it to end immediately. And I think if you had a ceasefire, it would be a ceasefire, a real one, that would end it. But he doesn't want to do that. That's fine. Do a better deal. I want it to end immediately. I want a ceasefire now. He says, oh, I don't want a ceasefire. Well, all of a sudden, he's a big shot because he has the U.S. on his side. Either we're going to end it or let him fight it out. And if he fights it out, it's not going to be pretty. Because without us, he doesn't win. Let me tell you. It doesn't matter what I'm considering. I'm just telling you. You saw what I saw today. That was not a man that wanted to make peace. And I'm only interested if he wants to end the bloodshed. Thank you very much, everybody.
That is interesting. Are we supplying aid to Ukraine still? It's a little weird. I would have liked that question answered. Let's get that last question again.
That was not a man that wanted to.
Are you considering cutting all military aid to Ukraine? You know, it does matter, motherfucker. When you're standing up here and acting like, oh, I'm looking out for the American people and we're not going to play ball with y'all if y'all aren't going to get an immediate ceasefire. Well, you fucking are if you're still supplying aid to them. It's like, dude, you're almost talking out of both sides of your mouth right now. That's why you got to be careful with Trump. He's not who y'all think.
Doesn't matter what I'm considering.
No, it does fucking matter. What the fuck?
I'm just telling you. You saw what I saw today. That was not a man that wanted to make peace. And I
saw a couple of actors up there being chaotic and fucking trying to pull over on everybody. That's what I saw.
Interested if he wants to end the bloodshed. Thank you very much, everybody.
Huh.
Let's bring in U.S. Army Special Forces veteran Jim Hansen. Jim, it was quite a day. What's your reaction to what happened?
That was the most stunning political mistake I've seen in my lifetime. It was the equivalent of a diplomatic walking into the Oval Office, dousing himself in gasoline, and lighting a match. You know, there's a piece of advice people get that says never get high on your own supply. And I think Zelensky's been reading his own press releases and believing the hype. And he's had too many people in the Biden administration and in Europe telling him he's the greatest thing in the world as he runs around, you know, dressed up like an army man. I think he just really gave Ukraine an incredibly damaging blow.
So you wonder if he's going to be pushed aside. Maybe Ukraine sends its generals in to negotiate, because now there's no way Zelensky can move forward in negotiations. Foreign policy pros tell us. He was the U.S. ambassador. The Ukraine's ambassador to the U.S. was caught on camera. Let's show it. Grimacing in shock at what Zelensky was doing. It is a brutal 3-year war. If we have the
oh man.
You know, if you take out Trump and Vance, why did Zelensky decide to pick a public fight in front of the cameras in the Oval Office? Is he exhausted, or is he going along with the anti-Trump wing in Europe and America? You know, it's not Joe Biden reading off of note cards and index cards anymore. It's President Trump.
Yeah, I haven't found anyone who can come up with a legitimate reason for him to do something this gobsmackingly stupid. You know, President Trump was throwing him a lifeline. This mineral deal would have put U.S. companies in Ukraine, which would essentially be better than troops. They're less threatening to Putin, but they serve the same purpose. President Trump would never allow Putin to invade.
Yeah, but we're just getting our nasty, grubby hands on, like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know. It's just weird for America to be in all these other countries.
And, you know, put American companies in danger. He's throwing that out the window. I have no explanation other than he's lost his mind.
You know, Jim, Senator Lindsey Graham says Zelensky should either resign or not be in the negotiations. Let's talk about this. Polls from Quinnipiac, Marquette University, Pew Research, Ipsos show the majority of Americans demand the U.S. stop funding Ukraine. Ukraine can't win this war alone. The U.S. will not start fighting Russia, full stop. No one wants World War III. President Trump said that. The only answer right now is mark the boundaries now, stop fighting, do Trump's peace and prosperity deal. We know that Zelensky tweeted, quote, "Thank you, America," after the fight, but Trump is accusing him of pushing the world to the brink of World War III. What do you think?
I think he absolutely has. There's no question the only person who benefited from this little tirade he threw was Vladimir Putin, who now holds the cards that Zelensky threw up in the air. It's time for him to step aside. He did a magnificent thing. He rallied the world behind Ukraine when Russia...
Was that a magnificent thing?
Russia invaded, and he should get credit for that. But what he's doing now is throwing all of that away.
That's debatable.
In a sad display of a lack of diplomacy and
You are a sad, strange little man.
ability to understand the people you're in the room with. The most powerful man in the world was willing to help you, and you disrespected him.
Is Trump the most powerful man in the world? That is so greasy. What about the power of God and not like following a man and putting Trump above you or above anyone? Like, how powerful is he? How powerful is Trump before Jesus? If Jesus comes back, aka God comes back, how powerful is Trump all of a sudden? He's nothing. He's nothing. And to say Trump is the most powerful man in the world, what does that say about how you think about yourself? And like, it's just so weird and crooked. Most powerful man in the world. Like, what kind of power does he really have? Not any power for good, really. And maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just super skeptical of Trump for sure, and Elon and the whole nine. Speaking of that, I almost forgot about this. Speaking of the devil, I'm not going to preview this right now because we know what'll happen. They'll take down the YouTube stream, but I'm likely gonna pre-record my full reaction to this tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be out Monday or maybe tomorrow night. Maybe I'll record this tomorrow during the day and put it out Sunday night, Monday morning, somewhere along the lines of that. But I'll be looking on the lookout for my Joe Rogan and Elon Musk breakdown. Definitely coming soon within the next 24 to 48 hours. And I might live stream it on Rumble and Kick, and then just have to upload the YouTube one later because I know YouTube is not going to allow this. So y'all be on the lookout for this in the next coming day. I think I might do that. I might try to go live on Rumble and Kick and then post it later to YouTube. So maybe if you want the exclusive, be on Rumble or Kick. But if you don't mind waiting a day or two, it'll be on YouTube then. So yeah, a breakdown of this definitely coming soon. I have a little 20-minute video I almost want to watch, but I feel like they're going to take that down too if I watch it. Yeah, I don't want to get another copyright right now. I guess I'm just going to end out the stream, but I'm definitely going to have this reaction video coming soon. And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought of the stream today. Kind of about an hour, somewhat short one. But I want to keep it kind of nice and concise, even though in the beginning we were hitting on a couple different topics right at the very beginning. For the most part, this stream is about the Zelensky Trump thing. Now I'm going to circle back. We had some fun watching it, getting a laugh in. Trump nudged him. That was wild. I think apparently there was a Zelensky apology. I don't know if that'd really be worth watching. I don't really know if he really apologized much or not, but I guess we could watch it and see. But I'm sure anyone that really is into that stuff has already seen it and kind of up to date on it. So I'm going to pose the more deeper cut question now that I posed at the beginning and hit on a time or two in the middle. But is Trump more like Jesus or more like Satan? Is he more good or is he more evil? And is he someone that you really think cares, that you really think is a good leader, that you really want to follow, that you really want to be like, you want to have friends like that, you want people you want your son or your dad or your best friend or your husband or etc. You want them to turn out like Trump? Like, that's just ridiculous. And Trump's the most powerful man in the world. It's just like gross. Like, what does that mean? Like, because he's got money and all these people he can tell what to do, and he has all this destruction at his fingertips. Like, that makes him powerful. Like, what kind of power for good does he have? How much is he going to unite people? And how much is he going to love people and care about people and bring them together and lift everybody up? or is he just gonna like talk shit and hot rod and do what's good for Trump? So there are some things that him and Elon are doing that seem good and seem like they're gonna help the American people, but we haven't seen the effect to the cause yet. We need another month or so, or probably closer to 6 months, to really see how this stuff's going to affect us, to really see if it was a net good, and to really see how things are going to go moving forward. So I'm willing to be wrong for sure, but I just think overall Trump's the agent of chaos. He's a distraction. He's lowering the vibration. I think all this chaos, we're all just focused on him, but it's chaotic. So you know, just really think about that stuff and keep it in mind, or not. You don't have to listen to me. Of course, everyone's able to do what they want, and I think everyone should think for themselves, do their own research, uh, really, search their mind and their heart and find out what's right for them. But here at this channel, we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna have the deep dives and the deep cuts, so to speak. And yeah, I'm just pushing for what's best. And I definitely think Trump is not what people would like to believe. He's been a millionaire his whole life. He's been on TV for a good part of his life. And, um, he's just not the kind of person that I think we want the men in our lives to be. So when you start thinking about it like that, uh, you might have a different opinion of him. Maybe not. Maybe you will tell me to go to hell and I'm dead wrong. But I'd love to hear your reasons why, and I'd love to flesh it out, and I love to have the conversation. So that's what it's about here: having some fun, having the deep conversations, and trying to get to the truth ultimately, and be a voice for something positive. So I hope y'all like the stream. Y'all check it out. Shout out to, I think I had a couple viewers on Rumble. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. I had the guy on Kick that was talking shit to me. Shout out to you. I appreciate it. Get back in the chat or get back on the next one and prove me wrong, and we'll have a back and forth where we debate points and not just, I mean, it's cool to call each other names real quick. Oh, fuck you. Oh, so, fuck you, bitch. All this shit. It's like, all right, we got past that. Now, do we have anything to really say? Okay, that's what I really want to get to. So it's fun to talk a little shit in the beginning, but then let's get down to the debate. The nitty gritty, the points. Maybe you'll prove me wrong and I'll change my mind. So anyway, that's what I like to do here. I think we had a good stream today. I think it was a little more concise. I was happy with it. I had a talking point or two in mind. And like I said, next day or two, I'll have the Rogan and Elon thing out. I'll probably live stream it on Rumble and Kick, and then record it to YouTube or upload it to YouTube later, the recording. And yeah, I just appreciate y'all as always. Y'all get in the comments, like I was saying, get in the chat. Let's have conversations. And yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all soon. It's LG from Where the